So guys, we have completed the session 2. We understood how to go for data importing, how to go for data exporting, what are the data reading challenges. We also understand how to use Power Query towards the data transformation. Now, what we have to start? We have to start with the Excel base and advanced visualization, or we call this as the charts. Are you there with me, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to
Yes,
see
sir.
my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Perfect. Now let's move on to the class here. Going back to raw data, I'll copy this Excel base to advanced charts. I'll go to the class file. I'll be pasting this here. Now what I have to do guys here, I'll be opening the file which is called Excel base and advanced charts. What I'll do first is that I'll be going for, let me start understanding about data reading. If you can see my screen, in the left side, it's saying product and sales. Are you getting this, guys? It is given this list of product which is called Apple, HP, Toshiba, Lenovo, Acer, Sony, Dell, and Samsung, and how much sales has happened to them. This is what is given data. Could you please tell me, guys, in this, what is the data range?
A1, B9.
A1 to B9, right? So normally we go for calling this as A1 to
B9.
B9 is the data range. Could you please tell me, guys, how many fields or how many columns are there?
2.
Two
Two
columns.
columns.
Could you please tell me, selecting these two columns, right click, paste spatial, values, and transpose. If I take these two columns, could you please tell me the data type for product is what?
Character.
Character.
Character. The data type for sales is what, guys?
Numeric.
Numeric.
Numeric. You know what, guys? When you go for creating a chart, you have two axes in the chart. One is called x-axis, one is called y-axis. X-axis is called horizontal line. We call this as horizontal axis. And y-axis, we call this as vertical axis. And what happened, guys, whenever you go for creating a chart, you take the the dimension field into your x-axis and the measure field into your y-axis. For example, when you go for creating a chart, your product is a dimension field and your sales is a measure field. So your product is going to be in the x-axis and your sales is going to be the y-axis. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So what happened when you select this data, you go to insert, you go to charts, you click on this as a 2D cluster chart. When you go for creating a chart, what does it give you here? It is giving you,
Bar graph.
vertical bar chart. Now in this vertical bar chart, what is happening? First of all, if you select at the top at the border, it's saying format chart area. So you have certain objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 objects. The first one is called, if you select this format chart area, that means in the chart, we have an object called chart area. If you select this cells, it's saying that format chart title. That means the second one is called chart title. Third one, if you select this saying the format axis, that means it is called y-axis. If you select this, it's saying format axis, which is all about list of product, is called x-axis. As I said, x-axis is horizontal, vertical is going for your y-axis, which is called measure field. Then after this, you have something called, if you select this bar, this is called data series. Right? If you select this bar and say R data labels, it gives you the sales value for this, which is called data labels. So we call this as data labels. Just remember, these are the 6 objects which is going to be aligned when you go for creating a chart. Is this clear to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
When you select this, it's saying plot area. So that means you have the seventh object which I'll talk about here as a plot area. So in a chart, we have to be very much familiar about all the seven objects starting from chart area, chart title, y-axis, x-axis, data series, data labels, and the plot area. Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let's go for
Yes,
creating
sir.
a vertical bar chart like this. Given this data, I have to design a chart the way it is being presented over here. Now, how will you go for doing this type of chart? Now, select this data here as a practical. I will select this data. I'll move on to insert. I'll click on here as a chart. When I go for creating a chart, what is happening? It's saying that the title is saying sales. I can change the size, title to call product. Why is sales is happen? If you want to remove this axis, select this axis and delete this axis. If you want to remove these grid lines, select these grid lines, delete these grid lines. If you select this chart area, right click, format chart area, make the border as a rounded corner. This is how you have to do it. Soon after you do this, you can go to format. You can go for this as a background color, black color. Choose this outline and you make this outline width to 6 point. This is how I created. I select this chart. I can go to this chart format. There's a text color which is going to white color. I select this format data series. Format data series here. Reduce this gap width. Go to fill. Choose this fill as vary color. This is how I created my chart. If I want to add data labels, right click, add data labels on the series. This is how you created your vertical bar chart. Is this clear to all of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now we will be doing something called horizontal bar chart like this, where the data is coming in horizontally line, the charts are coming. So how to go for creating this H bar? Now let's do this here. Select this data, go to insert, create a chart as, select this here for what? 2D horizontal bar chart. Soon after you select this, what is happening? The data starts from Apple to Samsung, but it is showing Samsung to Apple. You can select this axis, right click, format axis. In this format axis, you have an option called axis position below, categories in reverse order. Now you see your category has come reverse order as per Apple to Samsung. What you do not want to keep here, you do not keep here your, in this case, this is your y-axis. This is your x-axis, which you deleted now as the values, and this is called your x-axis. Now, what you can do here, you can select these grid lines, remove these grid lines, increase the chart, select this plot area, adjust this plot area as much as you can, select this data series, format data series to reduce the gap width, choose to fill and choose fill with vary colors. Soon after you created this, select this chart area, format chart area, go to the border and make this border as rounded corner. Since it is rounded corner, you can go to the format at the top, choose the background color black color, font as white color. Call the title of this chart, which is called product wise sales. Soon you created this chart, you can select this, go to format, shape outline as yellow color, choose this outline, weight to 6 point. Say select this, add data labels to this. So this is how, guys, we go for calling this as product wise sales happen into a horizontal bar chart. Does it make sense to all of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we will be doing something called as a pie chart. Given this data, we have created a segmentation chart like this. We have created a segmentation pie chart, segmentation pie chart into 3D pie chart, segmentation pie chart into a donut pie chart. Now, how to go for presenting the charts into three different segmentation. For that, I will be going here. I'll be selecting the data through a pie chart. Select this data, moving on to insert, going for the charts. I'll go for creating as a 2D pie chart, 3D pie chart, and donut chart. Now let's start with 2D pie chart. Soon after you created this 2D pie chart, what is happening out here, guys? You can see it's coming with the title. Select this title and delete this. You can see this is coming with the legends. You can select these legends and remove this. You can see in the chart there's a white color border is coming. Select this chart, go to format, choose no outlines. You can also select this chart, go to format chart area, and you can go for making this as a rounded corner. Soon after you make this rounded corner, you can go to the format chart, make this background as a black color, font is going to white. Now select this data series, add data labels. Post data labels, format data labels, where you can show the category name. Don't show by values, show it by percentage. So this is how your data comes. Selecting this chart, you can go to outline as yellow. Choose this outline should be going as 6 point. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, moving to the next, insert, create a chart as 3D pie chart. What will you do in the 3D pie chart? In this 3D pie chart, I remove these legends. I remove this title. I go for selecting as a tablet look here. Soon I make this tablet look, right click, format data series. I create little explosion. I have created this. Now selecting this chart, format chart area, I make this as a rounded corner. Understood, guys? Soon after I created this, I go to background as a black color, choose this outline as going to be 6 point, format this data labels, put this category, name is there, put the percentage value. Since I choose in this, I can go to here, make this font as white color. I can read the data properly. When you say Dale is overlapping, you can select this to drag it to the left. So now this is something called 3D pie chart. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The next is called selecting this data. I go for inserting a donut chart. Now let me take this donut chart to the right side of it. Right? Now, what will you do now? I want to select this, delete the legends, delete this title not required, format chart area, choose this border as rounded corner. Select this chart. I can go to outlines, no outlines, so that I will not see any white color border. Selecting this chart, I can go to format, make the background black color, font as white. Selecting this, I say add data labels, format data labels by percentage and the category name. Selecting this series, format data series, reduce the whole size. Selecting this, I'll choose the outline as yellow, going for the weight to 6 point. Does it make sense to all, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You got it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So this is how we go for, and if you want to create an explosion, format data series, create little explosion to this. This is how we go for creating three different charts. One is 2D pie chart, 3D pie chart, and the donut chart. Does it make sense to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll be talking about line chart. What happens to line chart, guys? You have given product and sales from Jan to December. When it is a time series, when it is based on some time value or trends, we have to go for creating a chart like this. How would you go for creating this chart? Now let's move and do this here. The first thing foremost what we have to do here is that we want to go for creating a chart. Now how do you go for creating a line chart? I can select this data entirely. I can go to insert and I can make a line chart like this. But does it make sense to read the data? My question to you guys, does it making sense to read the data? Everyone?
No,
No.
sir.
Sir.
No, I don't want to go for looking at this all series values into a zigzag form and I will not be able to take any decision. What will I do so that I can make this chart more visible to understand? First, I'll go to select this blank cell, right click, I can say just select this blank cell, go to insert, click on, you can go for this chart, line chart, or you can go with line with marker chart. If you go for line with markers, you have selected the blank cell. There is no value inside. To get the values, right click in the chart and say select data. It's saying where you want to add, where you want to select the data. You will say add. What the series name? Series name is Apple. What the series values? Series values I have to select from B2 to M2, which is the Apple sales for last 12 months. When I select this, it's saying the series values are coming 1 to 12. What this 1 to 12 represents, guys, everyone?
Columns.
The columns name,
Months.
right? So you can say
Column.
edit. You can say edit to select Jan to December. Now, those 1 to 12 has been changed to Jan to December. Are you getting this, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
The moment I say OK, I can see my line chart is coming for Apple sales. When I see that this is coming for the Apple sales, first of all, I select these grid lines, delete those grid lines. I can select this y-axis, delete those y-axis. I can select this line, format, data series. I can go for making my line as a smoothen line. When I make the line smoothen, I want to reduce the size of the line, which is going to be 1.25. I want to make the line as dash type. When I make this line, there is a marker. Can you see this? These blue points are marker. So I can go at the top here where it's saying marker. I can go to the marker options. I choose the built-in marker, which is taken. I want to increase the font to, let's say, 12. Now, what I have decided, since I have this chart, I have created this. I want to go for selecting this chart area, format chart area. I want to make the chart area is a rounded corner. Soon after selected this chart area as a rounded corner, the very next thing I want to do, I want to go to format, choose the background color black color, make the font color to white color. I am understanding this. Now I will select this data series. I will say format data series where I want to make this line color. Let's say I want to go for my line color to yellow color. I want to make this pointer as red. So I will say marker. In my marker options, I can choose the color to marker as red color. This is how I created my chart. Then I can go to format, choose the outline to yellow color, make this weight of this outline to 6 point. Not this. Selecting this chart border area, make this outline to yellow and choose this to 6 point. So this is how we have created your line chart for Apple. Does it make sense to all, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What happens, guys, when I explain these charts to you, it is easy for understanding, but you have to look at the video and you have to complete this. The moment you complete, you feel confident. If you do not complete, you will always feel like what I'm doing. Guys, remember tomorrow you become a CEO, you become a director, you become a founder or entrepreneur. The first thing always you'll do, whatever analysis you want to do, you will do that in quickly in Excel. You have to be very, very strong in Excel so that your employees cannot cheat you. You are strong at Excel, remember. Now let's move on to the combo chart. Can you see this, guys? What this data is all about? It is the data, the laptop company, the laptop, the cost price of this laptop, the selling price, and what profit margin they got it. They're presenting three different series values. Two is in number series, one is in percentage series. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When you have two different series values, you got to create two different axes. One is y-axis, second one is secondary y-axis. Is that clear? And when you create two different axes, we call this as a combo chart. What do you call this, guys, here? Combo chart. Now, how do you go for doing this combo chart? Now, let me explain you here by clicking on this combo chart data. Select this. I'll go to the home to make this format. Row height is of 15. So I just want to make this data align. Is this clear? The data is clear to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what I will do for you guys here, I select this all this data, the range from A1 to D11. Selecting all, I go to insert and I go for creating a 2D column chart. When I create a 2D column chart, am I be able to read the data properly? You tell me, guys, are you able to read the data properly?
No,
No, sir.
What you are not able to read the data properly? Tell me.
Profit margin.
Profit
profit
margin not
margin.
coming. Why profit margin not coming? Because it's a
Because of
percentage value.
percentage.
And those are the number value. Number cannot be compared to the percentage. What you'll do now, right click, go to a select, change chart type, make it to combo chart. Since you have a profit margin, you make it to line with marker. The chart type is what? Line with marker, and make it to secondary axis. When I do that, it is coming perfectly to me. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now what will I do first? I'll select my chart. I'll go to the format chart area. I want to make it as a rounded corner. That's it. Moving to these grid lines, select these grid lines to delete this all. Go here in the chart title. You can go for explaining as cost price versus selling price versus profit margin in percentage. Bracket start, call this as a percentage. So this is your chart title. How do you want to present this chart? Select this chart, go to format, make the background color black color, font as white color. Soon after presented this chart, I want to go for this line. Format data series. Make this line as a smoothen line. Smooth line. Make it to 1.5. Choose this line color. Since it's a profit margin, I'll go for green color. Make this line should be present as dashed. Now, how do you want to put this marker? For this marker, I would like to choose, let's say the marker is going to be this way, like a square. But now I want to change this to the font color. I want to choose the marker is going to be, let's say, darker green color. That is also fine. Is that clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I can select
Yes,
this.
sir.
I can say R data labels. Soon after I created data labels, I select this format data labels. It's saying that where you want to position. You can say position at the top, above. Done now. Select this here. Go to the format chart area. Yellow color outline. Weight is going to be 6 point. What you can do, you can select this axis. If you really want to hide this axis, you can simply go here and make this axis color to black color. If you want to hide this axis, select this axis, make this hide color to a black color. If you go for expanding this data series, reduce the gap width, make it a little bigger, or another little side of it. Do it. Done. Now, since it is a cost price, I decided to go for a different color. I want to go for a color like this. Since it's a sales price, I want to select this. I want to make it as dark blue or maybe dark green color. So ultimately what you want to present here, you select this are data labels. You can format, this is the cost price, format data labels, make this inside the base and inside the end. While inside the end, you choose this direction or alignment to be rotate all in 270 degree. So now I got this output here and I make the font to black and it's a bold here. Same thing for this, add data labels. Select these data labels, format data labels. Choose the data labels inside the end. Go to the alignment here. You can choose it to rotate all 270 degree. Now you can make it to bold. So that's how you created a combo chart to be presented in Excel. How nicely it is coming, guys. Are you seeing this all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is how we go for creating a combo chart. So now to this, you can select this title, make the title to bold, right? You want to choose a title background color. You can choose the background color the way you want to present. Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now we'll talk about dynamic chart. My question to you guys from this, who is the student who has scored highest? Who is the student who has scored highest?
Prem.
Mm.
Did you answer Prem looking at the chart or looking at the table?
Chart.
Chart.
Chat.
Can you tell me chart in Prem which application Prem has scored highest?
ML.
Did you answer that looking at the number or looking at the chart?
Chart.
Chart.
Tell me who is the lowest scorer?
Nishant.
How much is scored?
208.
Yes,
And which subject Nishant is doing really good?
Python.
Python.
Python. How did you know this?
Chart from the chart.
Can you imagine, guys, looking at these numbers, you cannot take decision. But looking at the chart, you can take decision so quickly. Now that is where visualization is very important. What visualization I'm going to complete today, it's just the basic step towards visualization, understanding it. But when you go to Power BI class, we'll be doing n number of charts, visualizations based on the data and the series values. Then you can perfectly stand strong saying that, yes, sir, I can do anything. I can assure you one thing. The moment you complete Excel, SQL, Power BI class, you yourself is ready to get a job. But that job will not make your future a very high paying job. You have to add machine learning skills. You have to add GNA agentic AI skills. You have to add LLM ops, ML ops, so that you can demand, if you are standing today to ask for 5 lakhs per annum with Excel, SQL, Power BI, you can start demanding 20 lakhs per annum if you have ML, if you have GNA, if you have agentic AI. Is this clear to all of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what we will do here, we'll be moving on to the next. We want to do the same charts. Now, let me take the name from your batch or maybe the same name which I have it here. I'll go for creating a chart. How can I go for creating a dynamic chart like this? To create this dynamic chart, I will select this data. I'll move on to insert. I'll go for creating as a 2D column chart. When I create a 2D column chart, does it make sense to read properly? Everyone, can it be compared Excel, SAS, Python, machine learning with the total? Is it looking good?
No, sir.
No,
So
sir.
what I'll do here, I will say select data, reverse, switch row and column. It will go to the column. This will go to the rows. If I do so, the chart is coming like this. So chart is coming Nishant, subject wise score, then Nishant's total score. But still, do you think this data looks perfect? Is it looking
No.
perfect? No,
No.
no. What I'll do here, I will say change chart type. In this, I will choose it as a combo chart. You know what, guys, I'll do it here. I'll be choosing this as a clustered column. I'll also choose a clustered column. I'll make it a secondary axis. Does it make sense to all, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now, This is total score within the range of 0 to 400 coming. But the value which is coming for the score is 0 to 120. That's why it is going above this. So you can go to this axis, format axis, try to make it to at least 250. So now it will fall behind this. Select this total score, format data series, reduce the gap width as much as you can. We have done this now, everyone. Are you getting this here?
Yes, sir.
Now what will you do? Select this, format chart area, do it as a rounded corner. Now what I'll do first, select this here, format, choose the background color to black color, font as white color, choose this outline to make it to 6 point. That's it. Soon after created this chart, go to this chart title, call this student performance chart. What do you call these guys here? Students performance chart. Selecting this, you can add data labels. Selecting these data labels, you can go to home to increase the data labels to this, make it to 14. Select this data series, format data series, make the data series color as a gradient. When I say gradient, with what color? I want to go for gradient fill with a red color. So now to make this red color, I want to make this transparent to almost like 85%, or maybe, yes, it is 85%, and a gradient stops. I just reduce like this. Done. Soon after I created this, I created my chart. Now I can drag this down to present it, then select this plot area. I can reduce the plot area like this. Are you getting this, guys? How to go for getting the plot area? Now,
Yes,
the
sir.
clever people, what they do, they go here and they hide this. What color they will choose here, guys, to hide?
Black.
What color they will choose
Black.
here, guys? Blue
Black.
color. Imagine you created your chart now. Select this legends, format legends to the top so that you can do a quick comparison about the student's performance. Yes or no, guys? Select this here, all the student name, make it to home, bold, and increase the font maybe to 11, and choose this color of the font should be yellow color. That's how. Or yeah, or you can go for making to white color. It is also fine. So that's how you're going to show your chart to your friends. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
having said that, I have completed your session 2 now. Your session 2 has been completed. So let's go and stop the recording.